I see a lot of clients with career dysmorphia where you have achieved so much. And from the outside and on paper, you look so successful. There are clients that I have worked with that I'm intimidated by because I think, oh my gosh, this person, what do they need me for? They're out there just rocking it. And what I always find is that all of us have this, do you like me? Is this okay? When I hire speakers for conferences, it is inevitable that they turn to me after they've gotten off the stage and say, how was that? Was that okay? It's a universal experience. So I want to make sure that you know that this is not unusual to feel. Have you longed to use your voice, yearned to express yourself in a bigger way? Have you felt like you've got something important to do on the planet while you're here? If so, you're in the right place. This is the Ideas Love Community Podcast, and I'm your host, Jacquelyn Fletcher Johnson. Hey everybody, I am not on camera today because it's spring break and I'm in my pajamas. And so I wanted to record this anyway. So if you are watching this on video, then please enjoy the beautiful nature scenes that I'm going to play during this podcast episode. And if you are listening on all the streaming platforms, then just enjoy, sit back, enjoy, and let me give you a little pep talk this week, okay? All right, here we go. There's something that I end up talking about a lot with my clients, and it's something that one of my own advisors talked with me about. And it was so interesting because she held a mirror up to me and she said, Jackie, the only thing standing between you and the success you're looking for is confidence. That's it. That one really, really hit home for me because I still have this young girl that lives inside of me who is shy and overweight and bullied. And sometimes I forget, and I can't always see what other people see. Do you know what I'm talking about here? Has this happened to you where you actually need other people to be a mirror for what you've achieved, for helping you see your own gifts and skills and talents? When I was in my 20s, I lost 100 pounds. And I'd been somebody who struggled with weight my entire childhood. And I remember so vividly the first time I went into this store to purchase a pair of pants, and there was this pair of red pants. They were just gorgeous. And I was like, oh my gosh, they'll never fit. And I made an assumption that they would not fit. And I went in to try them on anyway, and they fit. And I remember looking in that mirror. This was shortly after I'd lost about 100 pounds. It was in my 20s. And I remember looking in that mirror and thinking, who is that person? The inside of me had not yet caught up to the transformation that had happened in my body and in my life. I see a lot of clients with career dysmorphia where you have achieved so much. And from the outside and on paper, you look so successful. There are clients that I have worked with that I'm intimidated by because I think, oh my gosh, this person, what do they need me for? They're out there just rocking it. And what I always find is that all of us have this, do you like me? Is this okay? When I hire speakers for conferences, it is inevitable that they turn to me after they've gotten off the stage and say, how was that? Was that okay? It's a universal experience. So I want to make sure that you know that this is not unusual to feel. Expression that happens after we put ourselves in vulnerable positions on stages, sharing our story. It doesn't matter who we are or how much we've achieved or how good we look on paper. It always, always, always comes down to all you need is the confidence to open your mouth, to tell your story, to ask for what you want, to create what you want in the world. So today, if you hear anything out of this story, I hope you hear this. All you need to get the success, to get on the stages, to publish the book, to create the career, to get the role, to do what it is that you desire, is to have confidence, to take a step toward it, to open your mouth and ask, to create connections with people that could help you get there and see what can you do to support them. It's this beautiful reciprocal universe that we live in. So how can you help other people on the journey to creating what it is that you want? I'm going to take a break here to tell you something really important. Hi, friend. I'm Jacquelyn Fletcher Johnson. I'm an executive coach, a visibility accelerator, a maker of events that connects people to editors and agents and TED folks and the people that can open doors to all of those bigger stages and opportunities. I've been a conference designer, an editor-in-chief, a head of a radio station, and I have seen firsthand what makes really, really good ideas and really extraordinary voices stand out. If you want to get your voice into the world in a bigger way and build your thought leadership platform and write a book or start a podcast or get on big stages, then you'll want to pay attention to this. The Gateway Gathering and Pitch Fest, the next edition of it, is happening October 6th to the 8th of this year in 2026. And I always do 90-day sprints, coaching sprints leading up to it. I do a lot of one-on-one coaching. I only have a handful of spots, however, that regularly fill and sell out. And so I decided to add a group coaching sprint. We're starting in the middle of April, and you'll be able to sprint for 90 days, find your mission and message, work on your presence and delivery, and perfect that pitch that maybe you're going to pitch in front of all these agents and editors and the head of TED and entertainment execs in October. So if you want to be a part of it, check out the links below and apply. And now, back to the show. Now, there's something else I want to make sure you hear, because it's not like I lacked complete confidence my entire life. I mean, I've done a lot of really cool things. I know you have too. So many of my clients are really accomplished people, and they're very confident about certain things, but I still find that my clients are putting some of their confidence in the wrong places. For a long time, I was very confident in lack. I was very confident in not getting. I was very confident in not fitting in to those red pants. And I realized that my confidence was misplaced, that I could choose to be confident in something else. I could choose to be confident in my voice. I could choose to be confident in my stories, and I could choose to be confident in the messages that I was put here to share. You get to choose where your confidence is. You get to choose what you are confident about. Are you confident about lack? Are you confident about you won't get it? Are you confident that nothing's going to work out, that you're not good enough, that you won't be able to get what you want? Or are you confident that you are walking the path you were put here to walk, and you will get where you are supposed to go, and you will create the life that is meant for you, and that you are worthy of joy and expressing yourself and sharing your story with the people that need to hear it? Your story can have ripple effects into the lives, into the homes, into the kitchens, into the workplaces of the people who need it, who need you. When you are confidently giving of your voice in the way that you were born to give it, we can feel it from a mile away. We can all feel it. We can feel your magnetism. We can see it shining out of your face, out of your pores. Whether that's when you're on stage, whether you're on a podcast, whether you're singing, whether you're dancing or moving or expressing, whatever way you express your story. If you're doing it from your joy, from your heart, from your soul, that's what matters. And that's where your confidence comes from. Last summer, I asked myself, if I had a mission statement, what would it be? And it was this. It dropped in immediately. I knew exactly what it was. It was to activate the voice of soul in the world. That is what is mine to do. That's my mission statement. When I was designing big national conferences for one of my clients, I had this wonderful experience of one of the women I worked with called me a speaker whisperer, the speaker whisperer, because I was never satisfied with executives or leaders or Olympians or anybody getting on those stages and telling stories that just felt empty, that were just what the communications team wanted people to say. And I really value communications teams, believe me. But I wanted to push people to tell a truer story, to tell a deeper story, something from their center, something that really made a difference in the world. That's activating the voice of soul. And we can do that on any stage, in any moment, even if it's the smallest of moments, when we're expressing ourselves to a family member. So wrapping back to confidence, when you tap the voice of soul, the voice of your soul, the voice that comes from your center, that's when confidence is easy. The minute that dropped in, I activate the voice of soul in the world. I knew it to be true in every part of my being. And it was so wild because as I built the Gateway Gathering and Pitch Fest and started this new coaching that I pivoted into, I just had all this feedback coming at me. Jackie, you are glowing. You're doing what you were clearly put here to do. And that's the kind of feedback that you get when you step into the confidence that is available to you, when you just listen to the voice that comes from within. So what is standing between you and confidence? How can you practice being confident? One of the ways that I decided to practice was to have 1,000 cups of coffee with total strangers. And you could do the same. Where are you already confident in your life? And how can you use that as a jumping off place for whatever new thing you want to bring into your life? So I know there are overconfident people. That's true. That is very true. I have worked with them many times. And one of the things that I think about when I think about confidence is when confidence is mixed with kindness, with compassion, it's incredible. It's absolutely stunning what that kind of confidence can lead to. It is truly time for you to let go of career dysmorphia and see your career for what it is. See your accomplishments and own them. Own your voice. So for this week, my big idea for you is to lean into what you love and find your confidence around it. Because the only thing standing between you and whatever it is that you want to create is confidence. All right, my friend, until next time, be huge in your energy, in your ideas, in your love, in your community, and of course, in your confidence. Have you longed to use your voice, yearned to express yourself in a bigger way? Have you felt like you've got something important to do on the planet while you're here? If so, you're in the right place. This is the Ideas Love Community Podcast, and I'm your host, Jacquelyn Fletcher Johnson.